Hello and welcome. We are discussing PYQs of percentages and our theme is abstract cases. So there are some problem I cannot put those problem under some particular category of percentages. So I have written all those questions and I'll discuss all those questions under the theme of abstract cases. So for solving these questions, we will use all the concept of percentages that we have learned till now. Let's continue. So this is the question number 1. It says P is 40% of A and this plus 40% of A plus 65% of B, and Q is 50% of A plus 50% of B, where A is greater than B. In this context, which of the following statement is correct? We over here just know that A is greater than B, but how much greater than B, it is not mentioned. So that is why the right answer of this question should be option D. We cannot say anything between P and Q here. So let me explain you how or why this is there. Now we only know that A is greater than B. So let's say A is 100 and B is 50. For this case, let's try to find out the value of P first. So value of P will be 40% of A. 40% of A meaningly 40% of 100, which is 40 only, and 65% of B. 65% of B meaningly 65% of 50. 65 upon 100 into 50, which becomes half of 65. Half of 65 is 32.5. So value of P comes out to be equal to 72.5. See, 65% of B meaningly 65% of 50. 65% of 50 is 32.5. Now let's calculate the value of Q. Q is 50% of A. 50% of A meaningly 50% of 100, which is 50 only, right? And then 50% of B. 50% of B meaningly 50% of 50. 50% of 50 is what? 25. So it comes out to be equal to 75. Now, when I assumed A to be 100 and B to be 50, I can clearly see value of P is less than Q. Now, let's take one more example. We only know that we only know that A is greater than B. This is the given information. So let's say A is 100, right? And B is 1. Done. Let's try to find out the value of P and Q for this particular situation. So value of P will be 40% of A, 40% of A meaningly 40% of 100, which comes out to be equal to 40 only, plus what is 65% of B, meaningly 65% of 1. 65% of 1 is 65 upon 100, which is 0.65. So value of P becomes 40.65. Now let's talk about Q. Now in this case, Q 50% of A, 50% of 100, that is 50 only, plus 50% of B, which means 50% of 1. 50% of 1 is what? 50% of 1 is 50 only, 50 by 100 only, and 50 by 100 is 0.5. Over here it comes out to be equal to 50.5, and again you can see P comes out to be less than Q. Now let me make some more changes here. Let me make some more changes. Suppose A is 101. Anna? Let me erase this. Suppose A is 101 and B is 100. Since In the previous cases, the difference between A and B was very large and still A was greater than B. Now, the difference between A and B is very small. Let's talk about the situation for this case. So let's talk about P. 40% of A. 40% of A meaning 40% of 101. 40% of 101 meaning 40 by 100 into 101, which is 40.4. Done? Okay. Plus 65% of 100 means 65 only, and which comes out to be equal to 105.4. This is our P now. Now let's talk about Q. Q is 50% of 101. What is 50% of 101? 50% of 101 is 50 upon 100 into 101, which comes out to be equal to 50.5 plus 50% of B. 50% of B meaning 50% of 100, which is 50 only, and if you solve this, it comes out to be equal to 50 plus 50, 100.5. Now, if you pay attention to value of P and Q, you will find out in this case, P is greater. In this case, P was lesser. In this case, P is greater. So, until or unless we do not know the degree of greatness between A and B, I cannot specify with 100% surety whether P gonna be less or P gonna be greater. Hence, the answer is option D here. Kindly make a note of it. Let's move on to the next question now. This says in a city 12% of household. So let's say in that city total households are X. Done. So 12%. So 12% of X earns less than 30,000 per year. They earn less than 30,000 per year. It is given to us. Next slide. 6% household. 6% household. So 6% of X earn more than, they earn more than, this is 2 lakh. 2 lakh per year. Next line says 22% household. So 22% of X earns more than 1 lakh. They earns more than 1 lakh per year. Okay. And 990 household earn between 3,000 and 1 lakh. So there are 990 household. They earn between 1 lakh and 3,000, 30,000. Okay, so how many household earns between 1 lakh and this 2 lakh per year? Okay, now try to understand one point here. So by using this and this piece of information, 22% are earning more than 1 lakh and 6% are earning more than 2 lakh. So if I subtract these two, so can I say 60%, 16% of total household will earn more than 1 lakh and less than 2 lakh. Pretty simple. Because 2 lakh, above 2 lakh is also above 1 lakh. Right? So if you subtract these two, you will get what? 16% of the household will earn between 1 lakh and 2 lakh. Now we can do some kind of calculation, and we can compare this whole thing with 100%. Now let me tell you how. See, you know 12% of X earn less than 30,000, right? 990 earns between 30,000 and 1 lakh, plus this 16% of X earn between 1 lakh and 2 lakh, and 6% of X earn more than 2 lakh. So what we have done, we know the every different collection of X. So this must be equal to total household, that is X only. Now if we solve this, so 12 plus 16 is what? 38. 28 and 6 is what? 34. So it becomes 34%. It becomes 34% of X is equals to plus 990 is equals to X, and if we solve this further, it comes out to be equal to 66% of X is 990. So from here, if you calculate X, it comes out to be equal to 990 into 100 upon 66. Okay, so we can cancel it out with the 3 directly. So 33 directly, 33 2s are 33, 3s are 250. So X comes out to be equal to what? 1500. Kindly note it down. Okay, now I need to erase this. See, in the end, examiner is looking for how many household earns between 1 lakh and 2 lakh. I know 16% of the household earn between 1 lakh and 2 lakh. Okay, so we are looking for 16% of household. 16% of household. So total number of household are 1500. So 16% of 1500 is what? 16 upon 100 into 1500, which comes out to be equal to 240. So answer of this question is option B. I hope guys you have understood it. Kindly make a note. Okay, let's solve next question. It is a very easy question to understand. It says there is an order of 19,000 quantity of a particular product from a customer. The firm produces 1,000 quantity of that product per day, out of which 5% are unfit. Okay, so total unfit should be 5% of 1,000. 5% of 1,000 meaning 5 upon 100 into 1,000, which comes out to be equal to 50. So out of 1,000, all 50 are unfit. So fit product should be 1,000 minus 50, which is 950. So the person is capable of producing 950 fit product every day. Total quantities, total order is of 9,000. So total days required, total quantity is 19,000, and every day he is producing 950 fit product. So total number of days are required 19,000 upon 950. If you solve this, so 19 ones are 19, 19 fives are 95. So number of days required will comes out to be equal to 20 only. Hence answer is option C. I hope guys this is clear to you. Thank you so much. We'll meet you in the next video. Till then, please take care and bye bye.